In this episode of the Bridgestone 4x4 Clap Challenge, I spin a Suzuki Jimny. A lady runs for cover. A man says hello to his mother.
Hello, Mom.
And a short Pajero goes on 3 wheels. Welcome back to the 2017 Bridgestone 4x4 Clap Challenge and part 2 of the first elimination round. Last week we showed you how my Jimny was beefed up and how we coped on some of the obstacles. We also showed you some of the action on the day. But there was a whole lot more hair-raising action. So this week we are back at the Dino Gang Game Reserve for some tough 4x4 action in the Big 5 territory. Without further ado then, let's get stuck right into it. Last week at Obstacle 3, George Rettermeyer in a Mitsubishi Triton had demonstrated that momentum needs to be combined with good direction, otherwise you may end up with not so many points, as well as a tire with a big hole in it. We rejoined the action this week at Obstacle 3, with Gerard van der Merwe driving and Anneke doing navy duties out on the track. The Suzuki Jimny's smaller size and tighter turning circle should count in its favor here, but then again, it doesn't have any locking front or rear differentials. Gerard eases the Jimny down into the drift, easily makes the tight turn, and up she goes. No mess, no fuss. Sadly, the Jimny has collected 1 pole on its way out of the drift, so that's 75 points earned. Here's another long bakkie. It's Flippy Marais and Jaco de Jager in an Isuzu KB 300. Down goes the KB. No worries. It also makes the turn, but it spins to a stop on that slippery climb out of the drift. Flippy takes a roll back and has another go, but the KB ain't having none of it. Down he goes again, but the Isuzu just can't get enough traction going. So Flippy decides to rather take an exit strategy. After some more sliding, he exits the obstacle and drives away with 0 on the scorecard. Flippy, what are your thoughts on that?
Tougher than what it looks like, but it's challenging. I think it's a good obstacle.
Then it was our turn. Let's see if my Jimny can beat Gerard's score. With Anthony in the obstacle guiding me, I was ready. Just look at that determined look on my face. Down into the ditch I go. Ach no, we didn't notice there was a ball off already. Someone knocked it off on the obstacle walkthrough. Up the hill and, ach no, again I clipped the last exit pole. So that's only 50 points for us here. Silly mistakes like that are going to cost us. No
Okay.
room for mistakes.
We're not going to make mistakes.
Correct, correct. I like that.
We go for it.
Okay.
Podium.
Podium position.
Podium position.
Yeah, Swat. Thanks, Anthony. Meanwhile, we headed to the next obstacle, negotiating mud and water crossings in the Suzuki Jimny. And Anthony was hard at work spotting those virtual marshals too. We pick up the action at obstacle 10, and as scenic, as wild, and as short in distance it may be, it's also a pretty scary one, with a rather peculiar side slope to deal with. In the cabin of the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, Lawrence and Beryl Dames seem to agree.
See, if you have too much momentum and hit that thing, hey, when that flick over happens, that's when this is mine, Emma. This is the one you're always talking about. This is it.
Then take it to try and pass.
So I'm saying.
Okay.
You say momentum.
No, not
Momentum. You
here.
over.
Not here. Down the bottom.
It's a nice stretch.
Right, so the table is set. Let's have some dinner then. But wait, Lawrence has asked the marshal to remove one of the poles to decrease the side slope angle. That also means he takes a 25 points penalty before he even starts.
I honestly think it's going
Take the 25.
to give us a better lineup for the next one.
You do it.
Trek hom uit. Wil jy nie uittrekkie? Ja.
So, with the pole out of the way, the Jeep heads off, and it easily negotiates the first climb. They take out a pole at the next gate. The Wrangler can't make the last turn, so has to stop and take a reverse. Finally, they're through, but that's just 40 points earned. How was that, Lawrence?
Hectic. Saki set up a good course today, very technical. You had to really have your wits about it.
Time for a quick break. When we return, we stay at obstacle 10 for some serious side slope sports. Welcome back to the first elimination round of the 2017 Bridgestone 4x4 Club Challenge. This is Linton Alsop, and he's in a shorty Mitsubishi Pajero. He also chose to take the first pole out of the game. That's a pretty steep angle, but he makes it through. At the next gate, oh shucks, he takes out both poles of the same gate. Now for the last turn, and gate, and Linton also takes a stop and roll back. So that's just 15 points banked. This is former Bridgestone champion Marko Marinkovic with his dad Joe in the co-driver seat. Marko also asked marshals to remove the first pole, so he too is already 25 points in the hole. A Mercedes G-Wagon is known for a lot of things, including a not so great rollover angle. Marko takes out one pole on that slope. Then he has to stop and reverse to get the G-Wagon lined up for the next gate. and makes it through. That's 40 points earned. Lady driver Maria Prinsloo and her co-driver Jason Holstock are in a long Nissan hard body, and they are working out a cunning plan.
We can have this one too.
Some people must that, so I'll leave that one for you.
No, we'll leave it, but we'll probably hit it anyway.
Yeah.
On purpose, that's what I'm saying. Because we're going to be tilting that way.
Jason's been doing the maths, and he reckons if they take out specific poles, they may still earn some points instead of nothing.
65. Well, what, 60, so 40 is what we're going for. Let's go. Let's do this funky chicken. Go. Yeah. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go, baby. Go. Just don't stop. Go. Go. Stay right.
And they are off, slow and steady to start. Oops, Maria hits the first pole. That's going to mess with Jason's psalms. Maria takes out the pole on the side slope, as Jason predicted.
Forward. Stop. Big roll back.
The big hard body also stops and reverses to line up for the exit, also just as Jason predicted, and through they go. And they plan to gather plenty of points here? Well, they bagged 15 points instead of their planned 40. Tony, it's been a long day. Technical,
definitely.
hard, but let's try and make the best of this last obstacle. Let's see where we can pick up points. Time then for us to tackle this obstacle. And with a clear plan in place, I set off. And we didn't get very far. That first climb required a dab more momentum. Take 2, and over the crest we went, at a rather uncomfortable angle.
Okay, this way, that way. Okay, come. Straight.
And through the gate without hitting anything. Now, just for the customary stop and reverse.
Back. Okay, go straight back, as far as possible. Okay, come.
We are through with 55 points Nocha. We are on fire. Before we leave this obstacle, let's have a quick look at some of the other action here.
That was a tester, especially coming down there.
This is obstacle 4, and as Gerard van der Merwe demonstrates, it's one of the most straightforward challenges of the day. Straight down a decline, navigating through some narrow gates. Tight turn on the incline, lined with some more gates. Simple and easy, right? Well, maybe if you're in a small Jimny, yes. Greg and Leanne boys are in a rather long Toyota Hilux double cab. Say hi, Greg. Let's see how the long Toyota goes here. Greg heads through the first part okayish, but in the turn, he takes out the first pole. Then, much to Leanne's dismay, he takes out 2 more, plus Greg adds a stop to his run. So that's just 20 points for the Hilux team. What are your thoughts on that, Greg?
Once you're in the car, it's a totally different scene. You can walk it, but once you look at that windscreen, things change.
Jacques van der Westhuizen and Chris Neyman are in a Mitsubishi Pajero V6 that competes in the short wheelbase class. Jacques starts off nice and slow, clears the first 2 gates easily, then has a brain fade and guns it, annihilating 3 poles in the process. Time for a quick break. When we return, we head to obstacle 9 for some spinning action, and we find out who ruled the roost at the first elimination round. So we've made it to obstacle 9 without falling over or getting stuck. First we inspected the obstacle and worked out a cunningly brilliant plan. A few minutes later it was time and the little Jimny clawed its way through the first gate. Ach nee Anthony, he knocked a pole again.
You've already knocked that.
At least we make it through the rest of the obstacle with no more dead poles. But that's 25 points lost. Somanetsua. At least I can see the humor in the situation, but I think it's pep talk time.
But dude, you're killing us. Why are you sabotaging me?
Hey, sorry, man.
Exactly, man.
Sorry.
I'm gonna strap you. Next obstacle, I'm strapping you. Just your mouth is gonna be open. And that's it.
That's right.
That didn't work out very well for us. But anyway, let's see if Manny and Anthony do better here in the Toyota Fortuner.
Okay, so that to the right of that rock.
When mirrors, diff lock.
You want diff lock on?
I think you might slip there.
Yeah, I think diff lock on. Because then I struggle. Okay, let's go.
Can go the side of the rock, I'd say.
The left or the right?
The left-hand side of the rock.
Oh, I thought you said right.
No, I'd say the left-hand side. I think
Okay, then right close to the red one, eh?
Yes.
And off they go. Such a big discussion over such a small rock. But Manny hits a pole in the first gate, and the Fortuner runs out of momentum, so back he has to go.
That was for the camera.
And with some more right foot, he goes up.
So we're going to have to take the ball back. I don't think you're going to like
No, I'm not going to make it. We've hit 2 poor things. We've always
Manny has to stop and reverse.
GoPro there, don't worry.
Okay, now, just keep to the right.
Yes.
But Manny and Anthony collect a few poles along the way. This is not looking great at all.
Get straight. Go left.
So, how many points did you guys get here, Manny?
0. We got a 0.
It was a good round number. It was a good round number, I believe.
Here's Martin van der Walt, also in a Toyota Fortuner. Can he do better than Manny? And he's off and doesn't seem to be bothered about that rock, but takes out a pole at the first gate.
Oh, yes.
Navigator Laurette Nell is out on track. Martin has to stop and reverse to make that sharp left turn.
radio control coming forward. Correct, number 54.
Hallo bro.
At the next gate, another stop and reverse is required to miss the pole. Ach no man, he hits the pole anyway. They guide the Fortuner safely through the rest of the obstacle, and Team Toyota bagged themselves 10 more points than many.
It was quite difficult, but tight. But so is all the other obstacles.
Time to head back to base camp at Tikwalo Lodge, where all the scores were added up and the winners decided. It was a tough event for everyone, and the points say it all. In the ladies' long wheelbase class, Karishma and Kirubin Reddy in the long Jeep Wrangler Rubicon won the day with 395 points. In the long wheelbase class, Vempi Olivier and Jaco van Zyl, driving a Nissan Terrano, managed to scrape together 615 points. And in the shorties ladies class, Natalie Shepard and Brett Bailey in a Suzuki Jimny scored 615 points. In the shorty class, reigning champions Johan and Diewold Becker in a Suzuki Jimny managed a very good 825 points. And Anthony and I, well, our plans to take overall win didn't quite come together, but we managed 7th place in the short wheelbase class with 695 points. We'll have to step up our game in the next round and stay away from poles from Anthony. The next round takes place at Deafwood Parkclub Resort situated in the Loskop Valley in Saki. Ash, he had the perfect canvas here to make the course a living hell for all the competitors. Till then, drive safe.